Hi, welcome to Humor is Cheaper Than Therapy podcast. This is Shelley, the middle daughter, and I'm joined by my sisters Kelly and Margot and our mom Terry. We are not doctors or therapists. We are simply ordinary women who happen to be related and have fun spending time together laughing and talking. We hope you enjoy listening to our casual conversations as we discuss the ups and downs of normal life, hopefully with a lot of laughter peppered in. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, and and there I go. Why do I have to start?
Because that's the best.
Last time it took 3 tries at this, so let's see.
Hello, and welcome to Humor is Cheaper Than Therapy podcast. Here is Mom, Kelly, Shelley, and Margot. We're here to entertain you for another week. Enjoy trash that.
Scratch it.
Trash that. Hello, and welcome to Humor is Cheaper Than Therapy podcast. Spend another hour with us and see, I don't know if we're funny or not. Let's just enjoy and have some fun. I'm Kelly.
I'm Terry.
I'm Shelley.
And I'm Margot.
Okay, there we go. We're introduced.
And that's all.
I have to write a script.
It's only our 5th time doing this.
Right? Oh, goodness.
What's all up today, ladies? What's new or old?
Not much new. Every day is very much the same. I go to work. I come home. It's a little scary because some of the plants we haul to have shut down because they are hotspots.
Oh. When you say hotspots, you mean the people are infected?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, bummer.
The plant for closed temporarily, indefinitely.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. For a while, forever.
Yeah.
Well, indefinitely doesn't mean forever. I used to think it meant forever, but it doesn't. It means until further notice because they don't know.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's a little close to home for me.
Yeah. On the other hand, I hear that some things are opening up in some places.
Yeah.
Really? Where?
Georgia, South
Georgia.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, they want to reopen golf courses and some things here as well.
Golf courses are open here.
Okay.
They are open.
Yeah, but the governor of Georgia wants to do spas and haircutting salons and
nail salons.
Bowling alleys is also on the list.
So I get it. I know everybody's tired of it and people need to get back to work. I do understand that. But I'm worried about, the long-term effects, obviously.
I'm confused by the things they want to open, which I feel are close contact things.
Yeah.
Rather than, I don't know, Hobby Lobby. Let's open Hobby Lobby.
I agree. People got hobbies they got to get to.
Oh, get creative. Go out in the woods and find what you need.
Okay.
I don't know. People are getting bored. I see more and more in our local newspaper. I live in small town, Midwest America, different things like business windows being broken. And there's several of them, and I haven't ever seen that. Graffiti, eggings, paintballings. The shenanigans are starting because people are bored.
These kids got to go back to school.
And then the stories of the parents who are like, I am not paid to teach my children. That is not my job. It's hard when you've got a third grader, a first grader, and a preschooler. How do you balance all of that curriculum?
Best you can.
And I can't even imagine the higher grades.
Well, don't they have it sort of on the internet or something where they have teachers teaching?
Some do, but the parents still have to. Some do, but the parents still have to set the class day.
Okay.
I don't know. I've just heard parents of younger children and older children just beside themselves, especially those that are still working, and they have to do this as well.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
One of my coworkers, she's got 3 small kids, and both her and her husband are trying to work from home. So they just tag team, because they can't both work while the kids are running around. So they have to take turns and who gets to work.
Yep.
I've never been more grateful to have an empty nest.
Right?
How's it going for you, Margot?
It's going fine. Yeah, not too bad. But when we talked about opening back up the country, right? Okay. I heard something on the news this morning, or was it yesterday morning? I don't remember. So I looked it up, and it was a for real thing. This homeless shelter in Boston tested 397 of their residents at one of their homeless shelters and found that 146 of the people had COVID-19 and none of them showed a single symptom.
Oh, not good.
Well,
No.
and other people are
I think that's good. I think that's good.
Why do you
That's a-
think? And other people are passing away, huh?
Because I mean, it's not quite half. You know, it's
Mhm.
less than half of the people have it and aren't sick.
Well, I see why you think that's good, and in a way it is, because they have it and they're not being hurt by it. But because they have it, they could be passing it unknowingly to people who are going to die from it.
And that's why the people who are immune compromised / at risk should be the ones who are quarantining and staying home.
Mhm.
Whereas us healthy people should get back to work and get this country back up and running.
Well, but on a previous podcast, Margot, you brought up a very healthy person who had no risk factors who did die from it.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know who that's going to be. That could be you.
It could be me. It could be, or I could be the whatever it is, 2/3 or whatever it is that is asymptomatic and has no problem.
Right. So
could be back working.
So what they need to do is narrow down why. Because is it worth a risk? What if I could be 50-50? I'm not willing to take the chance to see if I'm going to survive it or not.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and maybe it
according
needs to be personal.
Yeah, according to the governor of Texas, who is pushing to have his state reopened, that people need to take risks, and there's other important things than just living. So,
Like what?
like, I guess not
the economy?
Like
I don't know.
golf and getting your nails done.
I did not understand his reasoning for wanting to push his state to reopen because other
It's
people
because it's because he's hearing from the people. Like even here in Minnesota, there was a protest on the governor's lawn. So he is getting pressure, people need to get back to work, and I get it. And I really have nothing to say because I didn't lose my job. It's not affecting me like it is people who, both the husband and the wife or both parents or whatever cannot work. There's zero money coming in. I got nothing to say. It's those people that really want to get back to work.
So I got a video call from my friend in England and my friend in Canada last night, and they are unbelievably afraid for me because of the media. My friend in Australia, she is constantly messaging me going, "Are you okay, Kelly? What's happening? I'm seeing these news stories."
What?
What
Yeah.
are they hearing over there?
That we
What?
have a real high rate
No.
of deaths and we have a high infection rate going. And they're sending me their news stories with numbers in them that I'm like, well, that's not what I'm seeing.
Our media does not.
Oh, no, it's their media that's doing it. Our media is screwing up everything that we see. Their media is screwing up everything they see. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right. It's worse everywhere than here.
And countries are not reporting properly true numbers.
Well,
It's kind of ridiculous.
Something I tried to explain to them is here, having listened to educated epidemiologists and people, right now in Minnesota or in the country, I believe, the tests are going to first those in communal living like nursing homes, things like that. Secondly, to people who show symptoms that are in the hospital. Thirdly, to our medical staff. Okay, well, those are all high risk people. They're in high risk places. That's not every Joe Blow on the street. So we really don't have accurate numbers anywhere. Also,
No,
the
because
Also, the density of the population of the United States of America compared to some of those other countries and the amount of people we have, the numbers are always going to be skewed.
true. However, think of China and Japan. They are super dense population. I would think theirs would be higher.
Well, China's is
Yes,
pretty
but
high.
they-
But it's small.
When I
Yeah.
spoke to Steve today, he said that Japan doesn't have as many people as we do. I don't know about that.
No, it's a lot smaller country. They're just so condensed, I guess.
Right.
It's all heavy. It's all heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And all we can do is do our best to stay safe and keep our humor with us, because without those two things, it's going to be a nasty, ugly life. Laughing
I
is
don't think we can trust what we're hearing either all the time. I mean, we hear some truth, but we can't just go by that. And none of us are privy to politics or reporting or anything. So,
oh no. They don't want to tell us everything. They never do, because it would create a panic.
According to Google, Japan has 200.2 million people. I'm sorry, 126.5 million people live in Japan. United States has 326.6 million people. So we have 200 million more people living in the United States than live in Japan.
oh, wow, that's a lot.
And United States is 26 times bigger
Oh, well,
than Japan. So our people, we have more people, but we have more space too.
Right.
Yeah. But didn't Japan also have the one kid, one family rule for forever? Or was that China?
Yeah, I'm
No,
not
they-
sure.
I
China.
think it's Japan.
I thought it was China.
I don't know.
Guess what?
We should check with our Google master. Her fingers are flying.
Oh, come on. One child policy is the People's Republic of China.
China. Okay.
Yeah. So what is China compared to the United States?
There you go.
Oh,
That's bigger. I think it's bigger than Japan. I'm not real good with geography.
Let's see. China is in the lead with 1.3 billion residents.
wow.
India is next with 1.1 billion, and the United States is a distant third with our 326 million. So,
Yeah.
All right, then.
wow, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people in a small area. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a super nice day today. It was like 75 degrees.
Wow. Seriously?
Seriously.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, you can
It was only in the upper 40s here.
send that weather our way. Quit sending the snow, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And for
Well,
reference,
it's a coming, right? It all comes.
damn it is not a swear word.
Oh,
You just used it as one.
I used it
Ah.
as an exclamation.
speaking of words, did we do our homework?
Yeah.
Speaking of the fact that it was 75 degrees today, right? Last
Mhm.
week, it snowed 2 days last week, got below freezing last week. And yesterday, Monday, we had tenants wanting us to turn on their sprinkler system and to install their AC units in their windows.
Okay.
It was like 28 degrees the week before. Dudes,
Wow.
hold on.
One thing at a time, one season at a time.
Right? Right? Yeah.
Well, we live in states where the seasons just don't know what to do some days.
No.
True.
This is true.
You can have all 4 seasons in one day.
The joke
Pretty
going
much.
around work was Mother Nature hadn't taken her Prozac. Okay, so Shelley, you did the homework. What'd you find?
Well, first of all, the homework was Mom brought up the words emotionally incontinent. That was one of the homeworks. So I did look it up. And at first I wanted to look up incontinence because even though I know what it meant, I thought I didn't think it could go with what she was talking about. So there are 2 meanings. Meaning number 1 is lack of voluntary control over urination. Number 2 is lack of self-restraint,
Oh,
like emotional incontinence of modern society. Yeah, I didn't know that it had dual meanings. So that helped for me. And then here's what I found. I might have to do some cutting here. All right. When speech alterations are due to bilateral involvement of something in the brain, affective changes may be evident in which the patient expresses emotional incontinence or spasmodic crying and laughing. It's part of the pseudobulbar syndrome, and I looked that up as well. It's
I saw
basically
that.
emotional. You did? It's basically emotional discontrol, and it involves a tendency toward unpredictable and rapidly fluctuating emotions, including pathologic laughing and crying.
Like laughing at a funeral.
I don't think that's it.
Okay.
But maybe, Mom, because the wrong emotion might come out. Some people, like Sharia, has that. Not this what we're talking about, emotional discontrol. She has this tendency to laugh when something serious is going on, and that's not what we're talking about here. And it can get people in trouble because then people think you're making a joke about something and you're not. It's just a funky reaction.
Because it is
But
a
I
real
think-
disease.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, see, your explanation took me right to manic depressive. So I wonder if that's a symptom of manic depressive. I don't know.
Well, the reading that I did on it, I never saw once manic
Me either.
Okay.
in it. I mean, depression is part of it. You know, there is depression in it, but there was never anything about manic depression
Okay.
No.
that I read.
Let's see. Pathologic laughing and crying, also known as PLC, referred to as emotional incontinence and pseudobulbar effect, and is observed as a moment-to-moment, spontaneous, and excessive behavioral response to mild or neutral stimuli. The emotional displays do not necessarily bear any relationship to the individual's internal emotional experience, either during or in between the episodes. It would be awful to have that, I can tell you.
So they're not really feeling the feelings. It's just they can't control the emotions.
It's like what's coming out doesn't really equal what they're actually feeling.
But
I'm
they don't
sure-
have. For some reason, they can't express it appropriately. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot more research that can be done.
Yeah.
And I did. Go ahead, Margot.
Well, I thought it was interesting the causes of it. One of the causes of it is multiple sclerosis,
Oh,
MS.
I
Yeah.
did read that. hmm
Traumatic brain
So,
injury, such as
I think
a
that's
stroke.
because it's neurological.
Yeah. And that I mean, that makes sense because people who have brain disorders,
hmm
whether it be traumatic or, physically caused because of some disease or disorder that they have a tendency to be more towards the angry side that I have encountered myself personally. I have never encountered anyone with any kind of brain disorder that has been with this disorder, which I feel from reading is more of crying and laughing. And I never read anything that had to do with anger outbursts.
No, but it sounds like it's definitely involuntary. And like you said, Margot, comes with it's like a result of something else.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember why I heard it. It was something to do with this situation in life right now, but I can't remember the context I heard it in. I just wish I could remember that.
You'll have to listen to podcast number 4. I'm sure you explained it when you assigned the.
I don't think she said where she heard it, but we could re-listen.
Okay.
The other item we were going to look up was porn.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
And you know what? I did that on my phone because I don't know. And it's like, don't ever think that. I was looking it up for this. I wasn't looking it up for anything else.
Well, what's funny is
That's what they all say. I just looking
what's
at
funny
it for the
is-
articles.
right. When I looked it up, I knew no pictures or anything came up. It just came up articles because first of all, porn is short for pornography. And so I entered, what does pornography mean? And got more than I bargained for as far as information. And the one that I really liked was an article where the guy explains that it means a lot of different things. So I'm just going to read this statement here, and hopefully it makes sense. Pornography is a promiscuous concept in that it defies commitment to a monogamous meaning. One of the earliest English definitions attributed to a medical dictionary published in 1857 indicates that pornography is a description of prostitutes or prostitution as a matter of public hygiene. Kendrick, 1987. If this definition were still in use today, it might read something like this. Research publications concerning sex work as a matter of public health. He says, by this definition, he is clearly a pornographer based on this article or research. Please don't tell his mother. He goes on to say, This definition is quite a departure from how pornography is typically used today, but it does give us a sense of where this concept came from and the possible range of different uses to which it has been applied. He also found that modern uses of this term vary tremendously in their meaning. If you look around, you'll come to realize that food presentations, travel photos, poignant literature, and inspirational quotes, virtually any desirable description or depiction, all have been branded as pornographic. Such uses of the term tend to be quite positive and are only loosely associated with sexuality in that they allude to the arousal of desire or to the gratification these materials provide. So,
Well then.
I know. So it was really hard to, I don't think anybody really could come up with where it actually started. This was the earliest I could find, that word itself.
I went at it from a whole different perspective. I looked up porn is it an acronym, Kelly? Is that considered an acronym? Porn?
No, it's short for pornography.
Right.
Oh, because I came up with porn as, okay, hang on. Progressive outer retinal necrosis.
Okay.
Okay.
So what you typed in was P period, O period, R period, N period?
Yeah, I guess.
So
I just did porn.
You got an acronym. Okay.
Yeah. And necrosis is a disease of the eye. So there you go.
Well, necrosis refers to dead or dying. So,
it said it was an infection. I don't know.
Okay, please read what you found again. I want to hear the term again.
Okay, here you go. Progressive outer retinal necrosis.
Okay, so hearing those 4 words together, it's a progressive disease regarding the outer part of the iris. No, the retina. Necrosis means, like dying, like a necrophilia, dead.
Oh, sure.
Necrotizing, dying.
Are we learning anything from this, you guys?
We're learning that we can do our homework. Yay!
I'm so glad somebody does.
Oh my gosh.
Never did homework.
I will always do my homework.
I always turned it in. I just didn't.
It got brought up last episode, and we need to close the loop on that for our listeners.
Margot, did you look up porn?
No.
Oh, she clearly said she would not.
I believe I said that too, but I did not look up the other one either. I'm terrible.
No, I did not.
So
I left
that's
that
okay.
to our 2 other people.
What I should have done is when my husband got home, I should have said, honey, my mom gave me some homework. Let's YouTube porn.
You still can.
And you know what? He would not have been surprised.
And then we're going to put it on the podcast. You betcha.
Oh, too funny. I should do that. I'm going to do that to him tonight. My mom gave me homework. I had to figure out what porn means.
I can almost feel the eye roll. Yep, that'll be funny.
But just to be clear, Shelley is the one who said homework. I did not say that.
We can go back and listen.
Yes,
I
we
did
can.
listen today.
Oh, me too, but I didn't catch that part.
Okay, the other thing we were going to talk about was Tiger King. Anybody watch Tiger King?
Yeah.
Every episode.
I
Has
tried
anyone
again. I
listened
can't
to the podcast
it.
yet?
Have not
No.
listened to the podcast. I
No.
keep forgetting that I should listen to the podcast.
Okay, listen to the podcast. There's this whole thing about this sheep and a tiger and pyrotechnics. Come on, dudes.
So
Margot, where is that
Margot.
podcast found?
On the internets, Mom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
On the interwebs.
and it's called Joe Exotic Tiger King.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there are how many episodes? Oh, there's only 10 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I
And they're
can
only-
listen to that.
They're only like
Oh,
30
there
or
you go,
40
Shell.
minutes. Yeah.
Okay. I can do that.
And it's
All right. So we'll carry that over to next time.
yeah. And it's
I kind of did a little bit of research on that Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
Very polarizing subject. Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't pay her help anything. We know that.
Mhm.
But she
They're all
also,
volunteers because she's doing such a good thing.
oh, yeah. Did you ever see her? She's crazy. Oh, I'm probably going to get sued for that. Anyway, she won't take a polygraph.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope. So I heard something on the news on my way to work the other morning regarding this. first off, that there was a new episode of The Tiger King out, and it's this Joe somebody interviews a lot of the people since the documentary has been out. And I've watched it, and it's interesting. And then I heard there's going to be another episode regarding the fact that they're re-looking into Carol Baskin and the murder of her husband.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
The intrigue goes on.
Well, from the show, the other crazy tiger guy
Mm-hmm.
who had the elephant,
Yep.
his zoo and his harem got whatever the FBI or the whatever animal control or whatever raided his place, and they arrested him.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Is that on the show or is that only on the podcast?
No, actually, it was in the news because it just happened recently.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. The podcast is from 2018.
Okay.
So the podcast happened before the Netflix show. And then this dude just got raided just this year.
Yeah, this is an ongoing ordeal.
Wow.
So I got to thinking about it, and there's a lot of Looney Tunes in that work, in that industry. I guess you would call it an industry. But remember Siegfried and Roy?
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
They were like classy tiger lion people. Classy.
Mm-hmm.
They were still crazy though. It's
Yeah.
and they talk about that in the podcast and in the Netflix series. They talk about how people associated with exotic animals are crazy. They are loopy. They do not have all the elevators going to the top floor.
Well, they would have to be because they're canoodling with animals that could potentially kill them. You've got to have a screw loose.
A tiger weighs 500 pounds, you guys. I looked that up too. How much does an adult tiger weigh? 500 pounds. Okay.
Well, now, Mom,
And
they
the
had
teeth.
ligers. They had ligers that went up to 900 pounds.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I had to look up what a
Ligers. And
liger
how cruel
was.
is that? I saw a liger on that show or somewhere. It must have been that show.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a great big head and this small body. And I thought, how mean? How mean was that to do that?
You mean to
Shame on-
create it?
Yeah.
This is totally different, but that's the same way I feel at what they have done to cats that they have bred to have short legs. I think that is so cruel.
Oh, I've
They
never
can't
even heard of
even-
that.
You've never
Well-
seen those cats with those stubby little legs?
Yes.
No.
Oh, it's
I will.
awful. They can't even scratch properly. They're, I just,
Yeah.
Google
It's
Master,
awful.
send Mom a picture.
I'll get her a
Send-
picture here. Yeah. Well, also,
And-
the dogs that don't have noses, whatever those dogs are.
I
What are
Okay.
I haven't heard that.
I
But
don't
before
know.
we go on to the dogs, there's also a breed of cat that has normal back legs and short front legs, and people
Yes.
like it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible. I'm
We
mad
are
at the whole thing.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Not-
Why do we do these
Not
things?
we, they.
Well, humanity. They. Wow.
Because people get bored and they do stupid shit. That's the deal.
So it's so it's to entertain themselves or something or
Well, yeah.
whatever.
Something.
I don't.
Or if I do this, I can make some money because, money is,
Right. The almighty
Mhm.
dollar.
yeah.
One of the other things I noticed, I think all the people involved in this tiger stuff, they're all narcissistic, and narcissistic people are abusive.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my personal
That's
view.
true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Well, because if you're a narcissistic
Sorry.
person, you don't really give a crap about anybody else. So of course you're going to be abusive. You don't even realize it. You're just, it's all about me. I almost used the big bad F word. I didn't do it though.
Good job.
Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
I don't know that word. What is that word?
Farfignugan.
Oh,
Perfect Nugan.
that's a big bad one.
Oh.
Huh.
I'll use what they used in Battleship Galactica. Frackin'.
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 No,
Hey, that's a real
That
thing,
has-
though.
that has something to do with oil or something, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That's why it's okay for me to use it.
Okay.
There we go. Oh my gosh. So oil yesterday went into negative numbers.
Yeah, right in the toilet it went.
Well, okay. So that means they're paying people to buy their oil?
No. It's $30 a barrel, Kelly, which is less than what it cost to make it.
Oh, I read something about that today and I'm like, okay.
I know. It doesn't make sense, does it?
Oh, goodness. Margot, have you seen a zombie yet?
I have not seen a zombie yet.
I keep on the lookout,
Why? Why are they coming? What's happening?
Well, yeah.
It's the zombie apocalypse,
time.
sister. Come on.
Oh, I'm not into the zombie thing.
I hadn't heard that either.
Oh, only somebody who watched The Walking Dead would understand my reference, and it was funny.
I
Oh,
haven't watched
Margot,
the last
did you-
season yet.
I haven't either.
Okay.
Yeah. I still have to watch the last season.
Me too, and I'm excited for it.
However, I am running out of my food competition shows to watch.
Oh my gosh,
Great
Margot.
British Bake Off, Nailed It, Sweet Something. But what I did find is on Netflix,
Mhm.
there's this awesome show called Nailed It. And it's where they take average Joes and they make them have to do like
Oh, I've seen that. Yes.
awesome award-winning desserts, right? And it's hilarious, right? So I've watched all those and I have no more to watch. But they have it in different languages, like Germany nailed it. So
And do you watch these other versions of these shows?
yes, I am now watching Germany nailed it. It's awesome.
Okay.
It's awesome. Oh, yeah,
So,
I don't know what they're saying, but
but we stumbled on to, our family loved Alton Brown forever and ever. And he's
Mhm.
doing a YouTube show or a show somewhere called, I think it's Alton Brown Reloaded, where he actually critiques himself from 20 years ago. And it's hilarious.
Yes.
But then with the COVID-19 hitting and them being home, it's him and his wife are doing live episodes. They are so hilarious. Oh my gosh, you guys, Dave and I are laughing so much.
Well, he is the latest judge on Worst Cooks of America with
Oh,
Anne
no.
Burrell.
Oh.
But the show's on hiatus because it was basically they would tape an episode and then air it. It was like a current show. It wasn't a pre-taped show. So
Mhm.
it's like the last episode to air was the finale. And there's no finale. I'm like in perpetual misery because I need to know who wins. Worst Cooks in America. But Elton Brown is on that and he is hilarious.
Yes.
He is hilarious on that one.
So,
So-
Margot,
if
have you
you're-
tried what Kelly, did you link it to somewhere? Because you sent it to me a couple times and I've tried, but I just don't find them as funny as you do.
oh my gosh, they're like two old married people in the kitchen. They're hilarious. And when he
Why is
when he
that
tries,
funny? What's
when
like
he tries-
watching you two?
well, I think we're funny.
That's funny.
Oh, when he tries to open the wine bottle with the knife, like I've seen him do more than once, and he shatters it all
like
over the
with
kitchen.
sword?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, and I like his wife.
I want to just for 1 second. I want to go back to the tiger thing, just for a
Mhm.
second. Do you girls remember when we had the black cat where we used
Yes.
to live?
tell Jason that all the time whenever we're talking about
seen the
Tiger
cat.
King.
Yes.
I'm like,
And we went over to their house. When we went over and saw the cage somewhere. I don't remember all of that where it was, but Shelley actually saw it.
I
yeah,
thought,
I forgot.
you know,
I forgot.
remember,
Shelley saw it.
Mom? You say that again, Margot?
I said I forgot you saw it.
I did see it, and I was telling Brian about it not that long ago. I can't remember why. Probably because we were watching Tiger King. And I looked up because remember back then, Mom, they said, "Oh, it was a fisher."
Yeah, it wasn't a fisher.
I looked up a fisher, and I was like, Brian, that is not what I saw. I saw a big cat. It was a big cat. There's no way. No
And
way.
then I don't know if you guys were with us when Dad and I went to that back in the woods there in South Haven, and we found that
No.
big cage.
Yeah, it was just like a big round circle cage.
Yeah.
I was not with.
Yes, I remember that.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Because
I think
and so it was Riker who said something about it, and I said, "Listen, Riker, I want you to know that we lived that. You ask your mom about it. We had one of those where we lived."
Yeah, I tell Jason that all the time whenever we're talking about it. I'm like, there used to be crazy people in Minnesota, and the cats got out one time. Now I have to tell him. My sister saw it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
remember, Margot, what it did to the goats down the street? And it clawed them.
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
I remember that. I remember hearing about that.
And
Yes.
triplets, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Oh my gosh, triplets. Holy cow. That was a
I
long
know.
time ago.
That was a long time ago.
This is all after I left home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You must remember about the cat, though, Kelly. Oh, my gosh.
I
it
absolutely
was-
remember all of this. And I do think, actually, you guys took Dave and I back and showed us the
That could
area
be.
where the cage was or something.
Right. Well, it could be because I was walking in the field pheasant hunting with those guys.
Mhm.
And I said to that guy that lived, Dwayne, who lived next door, had a black lab. And I said, why is your dog over there? And his dog
That's
was right there by
right.
us. And I looked again and I go, that is a cat. I have never seen a
Yeah.
cat that big.
Well, I remember people trying to tell you and Shelley that you had seen a fisher. It was no fisher. I've seen a fisher.
Mm-mm.
That is,
That looks, no. It had a big head. It was big.
There was definitely a cat. And you saw it really close, Shelley. I saw it across the
Yeah.
field.
I saw its eyes because I was driving in a car and I feel like I was on my way to Betty Joe's house. It was on one of those back dirt roads,
Oh, that
between
one
our
road
place.
yeah,
Yep.
whatever
Yep.
road that was that connect us. Yeah.
Parks
Yeah.
Road.
And so
Parks
I was
lived on
on
that
that road. And so the landscape on either side was going up and down as the hills would go. And so at whatever point, I was just, I don't know, looking around and I looked to my right and there it was because it was like eye level with me. And I was
Yeah.
looking at I think it was my right out the passenger door, but it was there and it had green eyes. I would put my life on it. I'm telling you, it was huge.
Yup. Anyway, so we've lived some of that stuff. I believe all that stuff. Crazy people and their cats.
We have a woman that doesn't live very far from us who has a grizzly bear. And
No.
Kelly,
Mhm.
why?
I don't know. And
Why must you remind me?
I didn't know about it
Why?
until my son and my son-in-law heard the story. Levi was here visiting and they went and found it
She
and they
hates
took
me.
pictures of it.
They what? Like
It's
what does
in a pasture, Margot.
in a how like does she have it like chained up? Like
No, it was in a pasture. There was fence.
Walking around?
Yes. I will find the pictures and add them to this podcast. Shelley, I
No.
will tell you not to look.
No,
No, okay.
no.
Well, Shelley,
You
I mean-
can. I just won't watch. I won't watch. You can't because our listeners have got to see that.
Yep, they took pictures of
we
him.
wouldn't
Just
want them to
flash
think
now.
we're normal or anything. I mean,
good Lord.
oh my gosh. Do you have grizzly bears
Okay.
in Minnesota?
No,
no.
In where? No,
in
we're
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
No. We
Oh,
just have
Lord.
little black
I would have
bears.
passed out for
Where the
sure.
heck did she get it?
We have black bears that come into Billings. We had one just down the street at the park.
I have to leave the country.
We were heading somewhere. I don't remember where we were heading out of town or something, and it was kind of early in the morning. And we're driving past Castle Rock Park, and I'm like, Jason, that's a bear walking through the park. And then, sure enough, we drive just a little bit further, and there's a Fish Wildlife Parks truck with a bear trap on the back of it, and it was a bear that had come down from the mountains and followed our Alkali Creek up to the heights. Yeah. Walking through the park at the school. That's where my boys went to school there. Yeah, bear.
Okay.
I would die if I saw a bear in real life. I would die.
I would
would
die. I would die.
Me too.
No, you wouldn't.
Margot would die.
No, you
Shelley would die.
Mom
I would
won't
faint
die.
dead
I
away,
seen
and
them.
then it would eat me.
And then, yeah.
Oh, good. I can get away then, Shelley. Because
Yeah, yep.
you.
It'll be yep, for sure.
I
We
pretty
always
much
used to tell Uncle we were going to take him bear hunting because we would be able to get away.
Oh, Uncle Wally. Oh man, that's hilarious. I miss Uncle Wally.
There's this book about a grizzly bear attack that attacked these people in Alaska. And it is one of the scariest books ever.
Kelly, I'll bet she's talking about that one you watched.
I
The
can't remember
Revenant?
what it's called.
The Revenant.
No, not The Remnant. No, The Remnant, that's stupid and dumb and you shouldn't
No,
watch that.
about the guy that lived there.
Oh, you're talking about yes.
The people that got eaten in the tent in Alaska.
Yes,
Yeah,
the idiot.
them.
The idiot.
Yes.
One long night, or the night that never ended, or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Where's my
remember his
husband when I
name.
need him?
I used to know his
Why
name
were
off
they
the top of
doing
my
that?
head.
What?
Well, he
'Cause-
lived there for years and years and years.
Hold on.
It was
Right.
a
Oh, I
road
saw
there.
that. I have seen that. He lived with the bears.
Mm-hmm.
He was friends
yeah.
with them.
Oh, that dude. That's a different dude.
Yeah.
That isn't this dude. Book.
This
Oh,
was
well, I
Tim.
don't know my dudes.
Tim something.
Okay, I'm texting my husband.
We could Google it.
You can Google Jason.
He,
If
Jason
only.
is pretty much my Google. If I need to know something, I ask him, and he pretty much knows it.
Oh, from now on, I'm going to just text Jason.
Oh, Jason knows everything.
Jason
does.
knows the stuff.
He's awesome.
Timothy
at trivia.
Treadwell. That was his name. I didn't even
See?
get it looked up.
Yes, but that's not who I'm talking about. That
Okay.
happened
Oh,
after.
there's
This
more
happened
than
in like
one.
the 70s. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, Timothy
like the-
Treadwell was like this hippie guy and lived with the Bears every season for years. And then he brought his fiance up there, and there was a bear that was extremely aggressive and ate them in the middle of the night. And they have it recorded.
Yes, they recorded them
Well-
getting eaten up.
They figure he went
Well-
out and she grabbed the video camera, but there is no video. It's just the sound. I have not listened to it, and I will
Audio,
never listen
yeah.
to it. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Shell.
The one that I'm thinking of is the Night of the Grizzlies.
Oh,
All
seen that
right.
movie.
I
Yeah.
need to get out of this
Mhm.
conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
This happened back in 1967. See, I just texted my husband and he told me it's the Night of the Grizzlies. Yeah.
Mhm.
And these are the people that got eaten at Glacier National Park.
Yep.
But yes, you're talking about that dude that that had the video camera set up.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
yeah, that's
Okay.
bad too.
So I have a cat story because we need to get Shelly off of this.
And why is it that Shelley doesn't like bears? What is she so afraid of bears for? Why
They
is that?
eat you.
Because her
No, there's a
her
story
big
behind
sister
that.
was a big meanie and took her to a scary movie
There
when she
is a
was
story.
7,
8.
8.
7 or 8. What movie did she take me to, folks? Grizzly.
Oh.
Grizzly. And it was an old janky movie, and I probably should watch it now because I would probably be like, okay, that could never happen. But I do remember a giant grizzly bear standing on his back legs. And if you could see me right now, you would see my little arms up in the air because I'm like the grizzly bear. And he swiped and takes the head of a horse off.
I knew that was where you were going. I knew it. Yes.
Because horses are my favorite animal. And this bear just did this thing. Anyway, I'm traumatized. And so for the rest of my life, I'm pretty sure that's how I'm going to die. A bear is going to eat me. And that is not okay.
Okay. Well, I
Well,
just want to
At
do
least it's
something
not going
right
to be a
now.
shark.
Folks,
That's
folks
the
that
other
are,
thing.
yeah, folks that are listening to this who thought we were all friends all of our lives and we're just the Beaver Cleaver family. Now you know better. We are not. We have the
We're
bad
not the
side.
cleavers. Hey, we're
Hey.
the real people. That's the thing.
To be
Oh.
fair, I was 10 years old when I took her to these movies, and I was going to see the movie with my friends. We went.
I can't
What?
imagine how your mother let you out to do that.
So it really is Mom's fault that Shelly is scared of grizzlies because she told Kelly, you got to take your baby sister with you.
Yep. Thank you, Margot.
Yeah, I guess so.
We walked or biked
Right. What was
5
that story
miles.
about? You had something about. You were going to tell us something about cats, Kelly.
Well, you took us on this tangent, Mom. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So
Oh,
yes,
my
I did
goodness.
traumatize my sister and took her to see Grizzly and Jaws when she was little, but I also took her to see Star Wars.
Oh, see? That makes up for it. Star Wars.
Somehow. Somehow it makes up for it. I'm not
Yeah.
really a Star Wars fan, so I'm not sure how that works, but I like Star Wars. I don't love Star Wars.
And there was the
I
Sound
like
of
it.
Music, and there was Bambi, and there were some good things
Yeah.
in it.
Bambi's mom dies.
It's another trip. Spoiler alert.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Did I ruin it for everybody?
You probably did. Way to
You
go.
better edit that out.
Okay.
Better than some of the drive-ins we went to also as little kids. So just saying.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Mom.
Who was driving?
Not you, Mom.
Mom. Drive in. I have a memory.
Oh,
Empire of the Ants and Food
yes,
of the Gods.
Food of the Gods. That's one of my favorite memories. That was Mom and Dad that took us to that.
Ah, It sure was.
Mhm.
The one movie I remember seeing that scared me, the bejesus, was Tarantula.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
I
don't
had
remember that one.
nightmares for years after, and I still. Oh,
Were they like
Lord.
ginormous tarantulas?
Oh, yeah, bigger than telephone poles.
Yep.
Okay, really big.
And they came
Okay.
across the field, like right where I live right now, across the
Watch
field.
out.
Oh, no.
Watch out.
Yep. You could hear them
Shut the
clomping
window.
across the field. I
Let the
remember
dogs out.
that. Mom, and that's probably because Greggy had a dang tarantula. That's why I'm scared to death of spiders.
Yes. He was our cousin, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Because but you
still
didn't
is.
you used to hold it, Cal?
No. No.
Cal?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought you
Mm-mm.
did.
No.
Okay. Shoo. I could never touch her again if she had touched a tarantula.
But they did. Those kids
Greg
did.
did. He used to come at us
They
with
held
I've
this.
them
never
all the
touched
time.
Greg, so we're good.
You don't know Greg.
No. I held snakes. I've held pythons and boas
bleh.
and had them around my neck. That's fine. That's a snake. It don't scare
You
me.
sick
Did you ever hold the skunk
Yes.
I did.
that our neighbors had in
Tina.
Maplewood?
Yep. Yep. Tina, who lived right across the hall. Yep.
Was it descented though?
Yes.
It was.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
It was descented.
And then we had
I remember petting it, but I don't think I ever held it.
we had the people who lived, well, Lynn and Bruce, who lived in the next building, and they had rats and rabbits and dog. And I used to play with the rats. I loved their rats.
Oh,
Mhm.
no.
Margot, could you imagine nowadays if you had tenants that had what Kelly just said, rats, rabbits, and dogs in their house?
Hmm?
We do have tenants.
Maybe
who
you
have
do.
them.
Oh, I was
And-
like, that's not even allowed, is it?
Well, they are because they are emotional support animals or therapy animals or service animals or whatever the heck name they put on it.
You want to give it? Oh,
Yeah.
I could have a cat.
You?
I could have a cat if I
Could
let
have-
them know it was a companion animal. Okay.
Yes.
Dave and
You
I
know,
just had this discussion
I
the other
gotta
night.
say,
Sorry,
you
Shel-
did, Kelly? About what?
about the fact, the emotional support dog, because we're watching American Idol and there's a woman there who has an emotional support dog in training. And I'm like, I am childless. I am 9 days out of 10 pretty sad. I need an
Yeah.
emotional support animal. I need a dog, and they have to let me bring it to work, right?
Right?
Yes. Mhm.
They actually do. But Kelly, don't you think it would make you feel better?
Oh, I know it would make me feel better. Absolutely. I'm not
Yeah.
making fun of it.
Because I am kind of making a little fun because I just don't understand how a rat could do that.
Oh.
But that's just me,
Mhm.
and I just don't get it.
Right.
But for me, a cat would do that, or
Right.
a dog would do that.
Mhm.
So who am I to say? But yeah, companion animals, I think.
But here's
I know
what,
it's
here's one of the things that I don't get about this. Okay, so you get a cat or a dog or a whatever to be your emotional support animal, your service animal, your whatever therapy animal, right? Okay.
Mhm.
right.
But a majority of these people who get these animals prescribed to them, because you have to have a written prescription from someone who can write a prescription to
Right.
give you this animal, they go to work. They go to the grocery store. They go do life. And their little fur baby stays at home.
Oh.
How are they able to be out in the world without their emotional support, whatever? How can they function out there? I don't get that.
See, and
Well, go ahead, Cal.
well, I'm the opposite. I would love to have a new pup dog. Well, I would have to get a puppy because that's just the way I am. But I won't because I work. I'm away from this house at least 10 hours a day, and I won't leave a dog in a kennel or a crate or whatever, a puppy for 10 hours a day. I don't think that is fair, and I don't think that is extremely humane. I've had a lot of people argue with me, oh, people do it all the time. Well, people do a lot of things all the time that I don't necessarily agree with. I don't judge, but it's not something I am willing to do. I don't think it's fair. So,
Well, you know what they do, Kelly?
mhm.
They get an emotional support animal for their emotional support animal. And that is no lie. Right, Margot?
I get it.
What do you mean by that, Mom? I don't quite understand.
I have 2 cats. Well, why do you have 2 cats? Well, my cat needs a friend. So that's its emotional
Oh, they get an animal for the animal. Gotcha.
Well, I have an animal for the animal, but I don't want to leave a puppy loose in my house. If it was trained and everything, it would fine. Cirrus is loose all day. No problem. Except she does sleep on the couch, but what am I going to do? But a puppy needs to be trained and needs to be taken out often enough to train it. And unless I can take it to work with me, I can't do that. So
Right.
therefore, I'm not going to get a puppy. Would it make me feel better? Absolutely, it would. Am I going to play that card? I will not play that card.
But Kel, to be fair, you're not what was the word we used earlier?
Emotionally
Emotional.
incontinent?
No. No.
Because I am some days, trust me.
Wow. Well, that's my point. But some people are further, like clinical, that's the word. You're not
Right.
clinically depressed.
Right,
You know, if it got to that point, you might need that, you know?
right.
I know that Jake got a cat and it helped him for quite a while
Hmm.
because he was alone. You know, he needed something or somebody to care for in order to not lose his mind, I guess.
Well, for certain, we all need that. We need that touch. It doesn't mean it needs to be fingers touching you. You just need somebody to touch and somebody to, rub up against you
Care
like
for.
a cat. And
To love
I
you
know
back.
that I hope nobody takes that in the
Exactly.
wrong way. We need those things. We need that touch. We need that feeling. We have 5 senses and we need them all taken care of every day.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, puppy piles and cuddle trains.
Puppy
That's
pile. Settle
Here we
train.
Puppy
go.
piles.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
All things
Get
we
on
need as people.
Was that in the first episode?
Nope, that's the second
think
one now
so.
that I think about it.
Is it?
Oh, wait, maybe
Kel,
it is
you
in the
got to
first.
pull a puppy pile picture out of the.
Mm.
Oh, we need.
Google
I'm
Master,
cutting
send
all
me a
this out.
picture.
So nope, I'm cutting it out. I don't want to offend anybody that needs a puppy pile. Just go hug your man or woman, whatever.
Hey,
So what's
I don't
our
think
health?
what I
Did
said
we do our
was-
health moment already?
Not yet, but I don't think anything
Okay,
I
go ahead,
said was
Cal.
just bad. That's why people need puppy piles and
No.
cuddle trains. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now you're
no,
seeing I was-
no, it was me.
Oh,
It was
okay.
what I said.
We haven't done our health moment yet, but I do have a cat
Our
story.
health minute.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's a while ago. Sure.
Bring
Because
back the
we
cats. I'm
digress.
all about it.
It's not a big story. It's just, here was my day the other day. I'm sitting here, my dog's barking and barking and barking and barking and barking on the deck. And I finally get up and I'm like, what is she barking at? And she's looking down towards the meadow. And I come out and here's this big gray cat sitting there pristine between the wood line and the barn, looking up at her like, come and get me. Soon as she saw me walk past the patio door, off the deck and down she went. It was hilarious. That's my cat story. Mhm.
So like it took you coming out for her to go, oh, I better go chase the cat.
Yep.
That's cute.
She's protecting her mama from the cat.
She got brave.
Yeah.
You gave her braveness. That's cute.
Oh, there comes my picture.
I didn't. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I had to turn my.
Oh, cute. It's a pile of puppies.
That is a pile of puppies.
Every time we talk about that, I think of a pile, as in the pile you have to pick up off the grass kind of pile.
Oh.
Oh, I like the pile she sent right now.
I do too. It's adorable. So is it time for our health minute?
Yes.
All right. Well, today's health minute is a little something about lemons. Kelly, you might like this.
My eyebrows are raised.
All right. Oh, are they? Good. As a lover of lemons, you might know how beneficial they are. Basically, what I want to share is that lemon water in the morning, warm lemon water, even hot lemon water, is extremely beneficial to us. And I've actually started doing this, and it does feel really good. It tastes really good. I didn't expect it to taste really good. So what I'm doing is I'm warming up about 8 ounces of water, and then I squeeze half a lemon into the water and just drink it as is. It's almost like a tea, but it's just lemon. And some of the benefits are it's a rich source of vitamin C, as well as potassium, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium. It's noted to help fight infections and the common cold. It acts as a detoxifying agent. It helps with maintaining a digestive health. It improves skin quality. They say that there's something about weight loss promotion, but I don't know that to be true. I guess I'll let you know because I'm doing it every day now. It cleanses the liver. It's an anti-inflammatory. It promotes hydration. It helps reduce joint and muscle pain. It's good for dental health. So my advice is to drink some warm or hot lemon water every morning. It is very good for us.
So I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What if you just eat the lemon?
Ugh.
Well, there's something about that you're going to get a lot of benefits from just the lemon.
Okay.
It's low in calories. It's 89% water. It's got tons of vitamin C. You're going to get all of those nutrients. But what the warm water does is it helps to take those things directly into your cells a little bit quicker.
Okay. But regardless, they're going to end
know?
up in my cells.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know that it helps digestion as much. I can do some research on that for you, but especially with the hydration, you're going to need that water. The warm water, I think it must, and I'm just guessing here, but it must release, more of the nutrients maybe quicker, maybe they're quicker absorption or something like that into your system. But
well, my thinking is that people just don't eat lemons because, we all peel
nobody
it.
eats lemon.
Well, I do.
Right.
Okay.
You and Grandma did, right?
Christy does too. She'll eat a lemon, no problem.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah. If you have to do it that way, do it that way. But Kelly, I would totally challenge you to try some hot lemon water in the morning.
Oh, I certainly will.
Before coffee, before anything. Yeah, try it. It's really good. I mean, it tastes like the lemon.
I certainly will. I have actually been craving lemons lately, and I just haven't bought them.
You're craving vitamin C, I bet. Or
could be.
Something.
Instead of doing fresh squeezed lemon, can you use lemon juice that you get in the green bottle with the yellow label on it?
It's not the same. I mean, I'm sure it has some of those same benefits, but fresh is always best. Quote of the day.
Fresh is
always best.
Right, but if you can't find
you don't
fresh,
have any fresh.
Well, I just looked up 12 benefits of drinking warm or hot water.
Yeah.
And weight loss, assist with nasal and throat congestion, menstrual cramps, body detoxification, prevents acne, healthy hair, promotes hair growth, prevents dandruff, digestion. It facilitates bowel movements.
Yep.
And this is just the hot water.
Yeah.
This is just the hot water with lemon squeezed into it. It's really good for you. And Margot, I found numerous searches just like that, and I kind of combined the ones where it, overlapped. But there's a lot of information out there. It is really good for you. I think we should all try it.
I'm game.
I think everybody listening should try it. Do it.
Do it. Well, but I have to go to the store and buy the lemons. So then I'm going to get the COVID germs, and then I'm going to end up in the hospital, and then I'm going to lose my taste buds. And
not you.
Yeah.
Then you won't care about drinking lemons.
That's right.
You're going to be the one that has no indication that you have it, remember?
That's right. I'm going to be asymptomatic.
Now, when I brought my lemons home this past weekend, asymptomatic. When I brought my lemons home this past weekend, I did wash them off. I did wash them because, a lot of hands probably touched those lemons. I mean,
Margot has a theory on that. Always wash your fruit.
Always.
Boys,
even
always.
if
she said the boys who pick that fruit go potty out there and don't wash their hands.
That's right. And even though you're cutting it, the knife is going to touch the outside, not let alone your hands, and it's going to draw it right into the fruit. So you've got to wash your fruit.
Always. I wash my apples every morning. I buy my pineapple in a can. I know you don't like that, Shell, but I'm not going to sit and chop up a pineapple. It works.
Oh, we do it all
It's
the
not
time.
that hard.
It's so simple, especially when you have a husband.
I know it's
But if you're not, especially what?
when you have a husband.
But I want to say, if you're not willing to peel and core the pineapple, get it in a can.
Yes.
It's better than not having it.
Correct. And it tastes so good with my yogurt and my bananas.
Yes.
Delicious.
But right now, I have a funked up taste bud because I ate too much pineapple. So,
How much is too
That
much,
hap-
and how did we do this?
well, I had a pineapple. My husband cut it. I took a container of it to work and I ate the container and now I have a funked up taste bud.
Okay, so it was just 1 day's worth of a lot of pineapple. Okay, I get it. It kind of can make your tongue feel sore if you eat too much of it.
But it's so good for you. It's one of those super fruits.
Good.
It's super
So
just like-
good. Yay, superfruit.
My newest craving that I'm doing right now, because I'm just craving sweets and sugars right now, I have gotten myself a bag of dates, so dried dates,
Ooh, mhm.
and an apple. It's like eating caramel apple. So I take a bite of my date and then I take a bite of my apple, and it's like a caramel apple. It's really good.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Where are you getting your dates at, Margot?
I ordered these dates on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because we used to buy them in bulk at Lucky's, but they closed.
they did close. So I have
Lucky's
some. So
closed?
I can bring you
Yes.
some tomorrow. Yes,
Oh,
it's so sad. It
no.
was so sad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I do want to say what's notable about today. And so I researched that. And today is National Library Workers Day, National Chocolate Covered Cashew Day,
Yum.
National Kindergarten Day, and National Yellow Bat Day. Not quite sure what that means, but there you go.
Oh, I love looking up on today in history.
Yellow
So-
Bat
There you
Day
go.
makes
Okay.
me think of wiffle bats.
Okay, mine were always, were they
Red.
yellow?
Oh, the ones we have. Well, they're not the big ones. They're the smaller ones. And I used to have 3 of them, so that my husband and sons could do their,
Wiffle
like sword
thing.
fights and not hurt each other.
Okay.
Google
So,
Master.
yes, so I just looked up wiffle bats,
Mhm.
and if you get the short, fat ones, those are red.
Hmm.
But the long, skinny ones, those are yellow. And the long, skinny ones are what adults use to play wiffle bat.
Why would adults be playing wiffle bat other than with their children?
It's a thing.
Aside from that, I just stepped all over Margot's toes and looked up National Yellow Bat Day.
And it doesn't have anything
April
to do with plastic bats.
No, it does not. April 21st honors National Yellow Bat Day. On this day in 1967, anybody know why that's a great year? Anybody?
Somebody
It's
I
the
know
year
might
I
have
was
been born then.
Okay. The Army activated the 265th Army Security Agency Company Airborne with the 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Symbolically, the bat represents mystery and secrecy due to its nocturnal nature. I had no idea that's what National Yellow Bat Day meant.
Oh, yeah.
The
Very
more you
interesting.
know.
Huh.
The more you can forget.
That is
Yeah,
for darn
yeah.
sure. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Okay. I think we covered everything we were going to talk about
I think so.
from last
And
week.
then
Now,
some.
next week, we have to catch up on Tiger King. So if you haven't watched it or listened to it, that is the assignment for next time.
Ooh, I can listen to a podcast and I've already watched it. So you're the one that's on there, girl.
Yeah,
I'm
you
the
got
one. It's all
double
about
duty
me
there.
because, yes, I have not. So
I'll have to do
But-
the podcast, I guess.
I tell you what,
Now,
I didn't do the homework this week, and I'm pretty sure I can cover you next week if you get too bored, but we'll work.
no, I'm going to do it. I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
do it. I'm doing the whole thing. I'm going to binge the podcast. It's
Well, that's what
piece
I
of
did.
cake. It's only 10 episodes and like 30 to 40 minutes each piece of cake.
Oh, but
Okay,
you're
and
going to
then-
do the podcast, but you're not going to do the show.
No, I'm not going to watch the show. I can't watch the show.
Okay.
did you watch
Maybe I'll
the
have it on in the
funeral?
background. What?
Did you watch the funeral episode?
No, what?
She
No.
doesn't even know, Margot. She doesn't even know.
Ah,
What is, who died?
the funeral episode.
Okay,
Well,
well,
I don't-
wait.
No spoilers.
Mark, okay, we've got 2 weeks till our next episode. So I will, sugar biscuits. I'm writing it down and watch the series. I'm going to know too much about it. It's hard because I sit there and I scoff and I'm like, are you kidding me? What? No, this is so stupid.
Trust me,
Shelley,
the funeral episode is wild.
Okay.
Here's the deal,
All right.
Shell. I did the same thing. And I'm like, why am I watching this stupid thing? And I got to like episode 3 and I'm like, Everybody in the world is watching this stupid thing. This is really stupid. And then it just got freaking interesting.
Okay.
And nuts.
Okay. I'm taking your word for it.
Mhm.
All right. I am doing it. I promise.
Well, Mom and Kelly, did you guys watch the last episode where what's his name from Talk Soup
Mhm.
goes and re-interviews everybody and
I
Skypes
did.
with them?
Yep, I did.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I thought that was
think
pretty good.
I did that. Now there was another show on here recently that Dad turned on. We were eating breakfast, I think, and it was this new thing about the Tiger King, and it was just information. It was like I said, I know all this stuff.
Oh, it's probably like Dateline or one of those things.
Yeah,
that did
something
it
like
because-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a couple like newsy 1-hour programs have put out their own little spin now that it's kind of been crazy.
I'm telling you, this is better than any soap opera I watched when I was, 20 years old.
Dude.
We've got
Wow, and
politics.
Did we
We've
ever
got
watch them?
And then you also have to remember, because they really don't talk about it in the Netflix show, but every single one of these people are on drugs. They are all on drugs.
Oh,
really?
it,
Yes.
Oh yes, it's
Fairly
all about
ob-
drugs.
It's fairly obvious when, they smile.
But did you see the dude? He has teeth
I know.
and he's wearing gloves.
See, spoilers. I don't know what you're talking about. Just
Well,
wait.
one of
till
the
next
wives.
time.
Oh,
Okay, next time we are going to talk all about the Tiger King. So everybody brush up because I'm going to know all the things.
Okay.
And Margot's going to do that "What's Good Today" thing or something.
She's going
What
to
is
go
that?
do the what's notable.
what's notable today?
About
/
today.
important days and date in
Yes.
history. Yes.
And keeping in mind it's Cinco de Mayo next time we meet.
Oh, then we all have to have margaritas, right?
We have to have margaritas. We have to have those beads that you wear. I don't know what they're
Mhm.
called. And we have to be
Wear-
basically in party
More
mode.
beads.
I know what they were called at
I don't
WeFest. I do have some, but
Oh, I did not know there was beads involved.
The beads,
Well,
you know.
Shelley, send out
Mardi
the
Gras. I'm
recipe
thinking
for
Mardi
That's
Gras.
Mardi Gras. That's Mardi Gras. where
I'm
they
thinking
throw
Mardi Gras.
beads.
Well, we can call it
Where they
Cinco
throw
de
the
Mayo.
beads.
And
They
I
did
will
that at
send the
WeFest too.
recipe. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
but
putting
I ain't
that on my
doing what's
notes.
needed to get beads thrown at. Sorry, ain't happening.
No. We don't need. We have no requirements. We get our own beads.
my beads were all found honestly.
Sure, they were.
Well, honestly, all you have to do is lift up your shirt, and that's
Never did
honest.
it. I never did it. Never did it.
You get the
Never
beads.
did it.
I never did it either.
Okay.
I don't know where would you have done it? WeFest?
Yeah, that was
Did they
the
do
thing.
that there?
Oh, heck
That's-
yeah.
Oh, good gravy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. I did not do it. I do have some self-control, people.
Well, that doesn't take much self-control if you ask me. A little modesty goes a long way in my book. But I'm a prude, so
There are other stories, but yeah. I never ever did anything completely inappropriate or that I would be ashamed of.
Okay.
Yeah, had a lot
That's
of fun.
big. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Some days I miss it, but then I don't miss the hangovers.
Oh, yeah. That's
Mhm.
not like like it used to be.
No.
All right. So, what I titled this podcast today was "Who Needs a Subject?" Because
I love
didn't
it.
think we had one.
Perfect.
Okay.
So that's the subject.
Well, people
And,
ask me
we'll-
what our podcast is about, and I'm like, whatever the heck we want to talk about. There it is.
I don't know how to describe
I
it
saw we
either.
had 60 viewers or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jackie pointed that out the other day.
Yep.
It's been listened to 60 times, which is cool because I have not even listened to it once. I started it once and stopped, so I probably count for one, but
How many
That's pretty
subscribers do we have now? Or maybe you guys can't see that.
I think 9.
We had 9 last time.
No, it says 9. I just can't see who it is. Okay.
So can you just go on to YouTube and listen to this? Because I have the link you guys send me to listen to it, but can you just go into YouTube and listen to it?
Yes.
Well, those links that Kelly's been sending are not published yet, but you can go to YouTube and search Humor is Cheaper Than Therapy podcast and find us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we have one video out there so far.
One so far. There will be another one next Tuesday.
Is it then or than?
THAN.
Okay.
Than.
You did it right, you guys. And
Mom.
somebody
did it
told me
right.
Levi was doing something to the logo. Did he do that?
He did. He gave us the official logo. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's Levi Smith. Anyone out there in fantasy land that would like to know, Levi Smith can do your emblems.
Well, and we
That's
do
right.
need actually. I wanted to use our logo instead of just a C or an H for humor is cheaper than therapy, but
It's an H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it would just be the middle of it. So I need to talk to Levi and have him design something that'll fit in that little circle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Is that for the T-shirts?
We should probably copyright it because it's cute, and we're gonna put it on T-shirts for sure.
For sure.
We need to get cracking. I gotta
We
take
do.
more notes.
Yeah. What have you guys been doing?
Well, you
Working our
know,
patooties off. I can tell you that much.
I think we could put somebody in charge of doing some research while the rest of us are working.
Mother.
How much
Since
money
she's
do you
so
need?
bored. How much money do you need?
Ah.
Oh, I guess we'll hire a research assistant.
If I ever get my check from the government, I'll have some money. Anybody?
You haven't
get their-
gotten yours yet? You
No,
probably
have you
make too
guys
much
gotten
money.
yours?
I have not.
I think
I
it
have.
goes by last names or something.
Oh, okay. Shelley's
Oh.
a B.
Interesting. Yep. I'm not a B. Way to wow.
I heard that. I heard
Ouch.
Your
that.
last name.
I heard that. Okay.
Although I have known you to be a B once or twice. Just say.
So Margot should have gotten hers already then. She's an A.
I did. hmm
Margot.
Oh,
Which
and
I
you did?
did. I think it's the stupidest thing on the planet. I'm still working. I do not need to be stimulated. So
No,
Margot.
I felt guilty too. I felt guilty too.
it
How
still
much
went
did
into
you-
my bank account.
How much did you get, you guys?
$4.
0.
What do you mean $4?
She's lying.
That's a lie. Why are you lying to your mother?
Well, because I'm not going to tell her on the podcast.
Oh,
Everybody on the planet knows. So whatever you heard, Mom, per adult is what she got.
Yes. Yes. And there's two of
Oh.
us. So, yeah.
And that's the same for me.
and you each get
And
one.
yes, we got one per adult, and it went straight into savings because we're saving for a house. But I do feel guilty about it, and I've reached out to a couple family members that I was concerned about, and they don't need money. So there you go.
I don't feel guilty
'Cause I
about
would-
it. It just makes me freaking angry because who the hell, where's this money coming from? Where's it coming from?
Cal, just don't let it make you angry because there are people that need it so badly, and it's easier to just give it to everybody than to try to figure out who needs it and deserves it, you know?
Okay, but you have to understand the other side of this. My husband works in a retail store and everybody got their money and now the whole families are coming in and shopping.
It's just it's stimulating the economy. Try not to think too hard about it because you can't figure it out, and there's nothing we can do about it.
There is nothing
There's
we can
nothing
do about
we can
it.
do.
Nope.
Nothing.
You could use it to pay down the national debt.
Right.
That's what should have been done.
Which exactly. But it is what it is. And the people that need it, got it, and are grateful for it.
Very true. I am in agreement with that. It's
We're all very blessed. Our whole family is extremely blessed.
Yeah, we are.
So
I'm still not counting on it because for some reason I won't get it, I guarantee.
I feel the same way. Yeah.
Ain't gonna count my chickens until it's in my basket and in my little hand.
and that was the same way I thought. It was like, I don't think I don't. Oh, there it is. So seriously.
And a secret, I'm
And
not
then
gonna. If we get it, I'm not telling my husband. I'm just gonna put it away,
good plan.
or there'll
Unless
be a
he
new,
asks or listens to the podcast.
or there'll be a new gun in my house.
You don't need any more guns.
Shh! Don't tell the
That's
world.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, you're well protected there. Even the
I
dogs
think-
have several.
I think we're okay. He does have some pretty cool
All
guns.
right, kids. I know. I've played with those. Those are super fun. Super fun.
Though. All right. Yeah, it's about that time. He should be walking in the door. You might have heard me.
See, you almost got busted.
Well, if he cared about what I was talking about, he'd listen, right? Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, another
Okay.
great conversation as usual. You guys rock. Margot, side note, girl, we need to talk. We need to talk about that email we were exchanging this week.
Oh, yes.
I want to talk to
waste.
you about zero waste and sustainability. And oh my gosh, I am super on fire about this.
Oh.
I feel a little left out, don't you, Mom?
Yeah.
I don't think you guys are as into it, but anyway, I'm excited.
Yes. I just,
Okay.
so much waste. So much
Oh, I
waste.
know. I know.
Okay, next time. We can talk
Yeah.
about it next time.
Mhm.
So
Ooh,
anyway,
good.
I'll be in touch, and I think we should talk.
Yes.
Good subject,
Mhm.
though.
Kelly?
Zero waste.
hmm
Hmm.
I will write that down.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm done. Love you guys.
Good night, everyone. Love you. I'll talk
Love you
to you.
guys.
Talk to you soon. Love you all.
Okay.
Good night.
Sounds good. Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.